Thank you. I appreciate y'all accommodating me. I initially asked to go first because I have a board meeting at Big Brothers Big Sisters, but I woke up this morning with some kind of chicken something. I think it was some chicken I ate, so nothing catching, but I'm going to go straight home and get a little rest when we get done here. But I appreciate y'all giving me the opportunity to speak. I grew up a Baptist, so I like to walk around a little bit. I grew up in Magnolia. I married a girl from Camden, fifth generation Arkansan. I live here in Little Rock with my two kids. I got a 6-week-old, and he is the future of the Razorback football program. He was born 9 pounds 1 ounce. He's about 15 now. That's an exaggeration. But already had recruiters calling. But now I've got a little girl who's 2.5 years old, and she has got my heart. I tell you, she is something. But I looked at this race last year. I looked at our current representative, who, from all indications, I don't know him, but from all indications, is the nicest man you ever want to meet. But I looked at his voting record, and I determined that we needed conservative leadership in the 2nd District. So I got in the race in September. We found out in January that Congressman Snyder's retiring this year. And so we just kept on slugging and working all day, every day. And now here we are, almost to the end of the primary. As happy as y'all might be, I guarantee it's not as happy as my wife is. But you know, when I look at D.C. and I look at all the stuff that's going on, there is plenty to say grace over. There's plenty to be concerned about. There's plenty to be angry about, fed up about. And you can pretty much pick your subject. I know a lot of folks in here are interested in immigration. That's certainly one. Higher taxes. The spending has just gotten, it's been out of control for a long time, but it's gotten to a level I never would have imagined. So there is so much to be concerned about. But I'll tell you, there's a glimmer of hope. There's a glimmer of hope in 2010, because we can't wait for 2012. We got to do something this year. And there is a glimmer of hope that I see as I go around to the 8 counties. And I want to talk about a little bit about that, because I am optimistic. I understand we got a lot of bad stuff happening, but I am optimistic. And I am optimistic because, number one, there are a lot of folks getting involved in the political process who have never been involved in their lives. Some of them are going to county committee meetings. Some of them are going to Tea Party meetings or what have you. Some of them aren't. Some of them are just reading the legislation on the internet, and they can tell you what page something's on. They know more about the legislation than the folks that voted on it. That makes me optimistic, because most of those folks are conservatives. They may be Democrats. They may be independents. They may be Republicans. But the thing they have in common is they're all concerned and they're all conservatives. And if you want to know what the impact of those folks can be, look no further than Virginia, New Jersey, and Massachusetts. Because if you think those are Republican victories, you got another thing coming. Republicans were critical to those victories, but they wouldn't have happened without the coalition of other conservatives who decided to get involved. So that's something I'm optimistic about. And I'll tell you, I am a firm believer in the concept of American exceptionalism. I believe this country's differences have been the source of our strength historically. We don't want to be like European democracies. We want to be different. Our difference is where our strength lies. That's what has allowed us to lead militarily, economically, and in so many ways. And the key to that difference are people, our Constitution certainly, but our free enterprise system and the relatively smaller role of government in our society historically. European democracies rely much more on government, and we don't need to be going in that direction. And we're headed there. And I think we're at a crossroads where we need to have an open and honest debate about which way this country's going to go. Are we going to keep heading toward a France model and a Germany model? Is that what we're going to do? Or are we going to say, stop, let's reassess? And again, this problem's gotten worse recently, but it didn't just start. So, what are we going to do about it? My view is we've got to focus on November. November is the key. We got a lot of big challenges. People say, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Well, that first bite is November. That first bite is getting rid of Nancy Pelosi as Speaker of the House. A little speech isn't going to get rid of her. Winning the 2nd Congressional District will get rid of her. And the way you win it is you're well funded and you're well organized. My campaign is both. We'll be ready to take on whoever the Democrat is as soon as they choose them. We will be ready. I know there's a lot of split loyalties. Some people like this person in the Senate race or that person in the Senate race, this person in my race, that person. The day after the election day, I need you all to come together because we're going to win this thing. And I need you on board. Hope I didn't upset someone. Because we are going to win it. I'm going to need you. So ask for your vote if you haven't voted already. Ask for your help. Ask for you. Don't look at May 18th as the end. It's just the beginning. It's just the beginning. So thank you all so very much. I appreciate it. And I will answer questions. And then I will go home and drink NyQuil and go to bed.